Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Hope you've all been great. Sorry there was no video last week. This was maybe the deck profile going on last week, but there was more testing needed to be done. The BT21 case was a little bit delayed and also getting hands on cards, and also I've been ill, so sorry if my voice sounds a little off. Now I want to preface by saying this deck is not fully the way I want it because I don't own all the cards. And there's a few other things I'm still trying to tweak. I'll get to them in a moment, but it's pretty much there. It's there enough to give you a deck profile, and the replacements for the cards I don't have, well, it's a singular card. It's a valid replacement, so it's nothing the end of the world. It will still get by just fine as a good foundation for anyone's thinking about the deck. So, of course, this is Megidramon. So, we're going to start off with our eggs. I'm playing 4 of the promo Digimons. I do value the returning a growl or gallant in name from trash to hand on deletion. You can play the EX2 draw one Digimon if you want, the red one, if you wish. Both are valid options, draw power or getting your cards back. I prefer this one, honestly. I like to keep it as, like I say, getting my cards back. Helps plan out plays better, other than relying on a draw. Onto rookies, we're running 4 of the BT21 Megidramon. So for those that maybe don't know what this does, on play by trashing a card with Geo, as Growl, or Gallant or Megidramon in name, or even the hero trait, you get to draw 2. And on deletion, inheritable is gain a memory, comes up a lot. Get it evolve 0 over a Digimon. Or sometimes it may be worth your benefit to just pay the 1 to Digivolve. Sometimes it can throw as the game plan off balance for your opponent, depending on the deck. Overall, a very nice little card. Definitely a 4 of must. Next, because of the deck's game strategy, we're running 3 of the on-play Rush Geomon. I have been debating about bumping this up to 4. Space is an issue, though. It is very good. It's the card you want to go into once you've kind of done your entire play. This is typically the card you're playing down to get more rush plays going on go. Overall, very nice. Originally, I was playing it as a 2 of, and I realized very quickly how powerful this card was for the deck. So it immediately became a 3 of, and like I say, thinking about making it a 4 of. What is a 4 of, though, is our final rookie, is 4 Geomon X. This is for various reasons. So, one, if we ever play out the BT21 Geo, we can Digivolve over it to make sure it's inheritable as live. It's a searcher for on-play when Digivolving. We can Digivolve on the back and stuff. Nice little searcher. A lot of lists are playing this for free of. One of the biggest reasons I'm not is a card later on that I don't have enough spare copies going around. Technically, I could make it the amount I would like to play, but I was 1 copy short in my collection, so instead I bumped this up to 4 because essentially does the same thing for what I was wanting, which was search power. So running this as a 4, you could easily run this as a 3 of, you could run 4 Rush Geos instead, or you could bump the other card up when we get to it.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, that way you never miss a thing.
On to our level 4s, I'm running 4 Growlmons from BT21. The BT21 cards are like a must-have 4 of in the deck, because of how the deck wants to play. So, on play and when Digivolve, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. So this is like your floodgates or like just little rookies that maybe put up like Ukomons and stuff. If you don't delete, trash top 2 cards of your deck. Get your trash up and going. It's very nice. Trash is very important for the deck. Inheritable on deletion, gain a memory, which again goes into the game plans, the Grammon you would like to preferably see. Sometimes I found myself just to kind of get something else set up. Once Megidra has done its entire play, I'll play this out instead of Geomon because I don't have enough in trash for Rush Geo. And I've maybe got like other things in hand to plan off with, so I'll maybe just play him back out just to get my trash filling. Next, I'm running a 1 of EX3 Growl. So it says on deletion here, it's a when Digivolving. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 DP or less. If this effect didn't delete, both players trash top 2 cards to their deck. So it's again just another little floodgate thing, but it's mostly for a Growlmon name. I did try Black Growlmon. You could do Black Growlmon. It wasn't too bad, but there were points when Black Growl was on the field. I just wanted a Growlmon for the next card. So that kind of come up. The Inheritable as well, if you've managed to get another body on board, can really help towards an OTK strategy. You may delete one of your other Digimon to have this Digimon gain +1 security attack when attacking. It can sometimes come up. And our final level 4 of the deck, 3 Growl X's. I did bump this up to 4 for a bit, and honestly it's not bad at 4. Due to space reasons, I decided eventually I'm cutting this back down to 3 to make space for other things in the deck. So, for those who maybe don't know, it's been around for a while though. When Digivolving, you draw a card, and then you trash a card. And then it gains on deletion, you play out a Geomon from trash, without paying the cost, until the end of your opponent's turn. So, with this, if you go into Megidramon, you can suddenly spam out 2 bodies. Sometimes it can be just double rush Geo. It can be it could be a little bit insane. Then with your new like Rush Geo line, if you've got the memory, you can like build up again, and then Digivolve this again, and swing at 6k if you're playing against like a high DP deck, for it to die and then play out another Rush Geo from immediately. On to level 5s, playing 4 of War Growl from BT21. So this is on play when Digivolving, trash the top 2 cards of your deck. Then this Digimon gains Raid and Retaliation to the end of your opponent's turn. I don't know if they've ever came up with all my playtesting of this deck. I've seen the Raid Retaliation, it's been like, yeah, cool, I've got it now, but I'm hitting security. So that's... It's nice to have, I guess, in case you ever need it. If the line ever got Piercing, it'd be insane. Piercing Raid Retal. When attacking, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Megidramon or Chaos Gallantmon in name in the hand. For every 10 cards from both players' trash, reduce Digivolve cost by 1. This is why trash is kind of important. So your first stack, you'd maybe go in for the cost of 3 because you get reduced by 1. But then like your second or third, it's quite common to be doing that for 1 or 0. It means we don't have to be on a level 6. As when we're swinging, we can be on this guy. So you can be like a level 4 in the back. Raise, Digivolve to this with the memory, swing, go into Megidramon. It's a very nice tempo for it. Inheritable is on deletion, trash your opponent's top security card, so that helps do that little bit of extra damage. And our final level 5 is 2 War Growl X's. Now I will say before I go into this card, I was running the EX4, I think it is, War Growl, where you both players trash top 3. There's this 5 in one of the trashes. You can play out a Geomon or Takado. I was playing that as a one-off for a while. It's a valid option, but I eventually cut Takados from my deck. So I decided to cut that as well. So this guy can come up +1 security inheritable, again for the helping of the OTK. When Digivolving, until the end of opponent's turn, this card can't be bounced to your hand or deck, so it helps protection against stuff like Saphagamon Ace and all those kind of effects, so it helps against those blue-green matchups. You also get +3 1000 DP, and then if War Growl or Extended is inheritable, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon 10,000 DP or less. So where this can come up is an option card that we run in the deck called the Digimon I Design. If you Digivolve into this for 1 over your War Growl, and delete one of your opponent's Digimon, you can then pop the Digimon I designed to Digivolve into Megidramon from trash for 0. And then you've now got a Megidramon that can swing, without having to pay the memory to Digivolve into it, which is a pretty nice play. It doesn't come up all that much in my playtesting, purely because I've been memory choked, my opponents have been playing around me very much, and I've not had the pieces to line up, but when it comes up, it does come up quite nicely. Being able to protect from bouncing, like say, protects you from aces plays and stuff like that. On to our level 6s. 4 of Megidramon. So it costs 4 to Digivolve over a Growlmon in name, that's level 5. It's got a +1 security attack. End of attack, delete all Digimon, including himself. On deletion, you get to play a play cost 3 or lower Digimon card with Geo or Growl in name from trash without paying the cost. For every 10 cards in both players' trash, add 2 to this effect's maximum play cost. So this, most of the time you don't. it's very rarely you'll find yourself needing those extra cards. There are sometimes, especially with the next cards coming up in the list, that you may very rarely find yourself wanting to go into a War Growl. More often than not, it's going to be a Guillemon for maybe more search power, draw power, or get the rush going, or like say maybe a Growl to get the trash filled up a bit better. It's only a very few times you're going to want to go into your War Growl. Overall, trying to make this cheap as possible allows you to keep turn when you delete itself, because it is very much going to be that type of deck where it's hit and run strategy. Our next level 6 is we're running 1 BT13 security secret rare Galantmon. It's got the rush, it's the main reason. So because of this, this is why one of the few times you may want to go into War Growl, because if you've got Digimon outside the field and maybe you've only got one of your rush Geos in trash, you can go, and this is in your trash, you can use the Megidra to play out a War Growl, trash Digimon design to Digivolve into this from trash. Now that line has a rush, so you can swing with it. Or you can just on-play it if you've got nothing, if you play out nothing, and you've got enough trash to validate the memory. Overall though, it's just another rush target. So the next card, this is where I don't own the copy. So we're running a medieval Galantmon. So it's Galantmon in name, so it kind of falls in the theme of the deck. We can search it, we can Digivolve into it from trash with the Digimon design and stuff. It's a little bit of a floodgate. What this should be the new promo Galantmon that also has rush. But I don't own one of those. So for now, I'm running my spare copy of Medieval Gallant I have going. And yes, it doesn't have the rush and it doesn't have the recover, but it's still, outside of that, it's doing the same job. It's another level 6 option to run. Now, if I had the space, I would love to run all 3, but I just don't know what I'd be cutting, honestly. There's other things in the deck I would love to do space-wise, and like I say, I'll get into them because we're coming up to those cards soon. But this should be a promo Galantmon, but Medieval works just as well for me. And that's it for our Digimon. On to our Tamers, and there's only one to go into. We're running 4 analog youths for the deck. You could cut this down to 3. I feel like since it's the only Tamer, I want to run it at 4. There's a lot of builds that don't even run this at all anymore, and I can understand why, but I do like it for the idea of filling up the trash a bit. It's a bit of search power, it's only a cost of 2. If your Megidramon dies, it's an effective way to help you keep the memory, as well as hatching to have another line ready to go for the next turn immediately if you're not going to get the kill that turn. Overall, I find it a very handy card. I understand why decks aren't, why some decks are just choosing not to run it. But like I say, you could probably get away with running it as a free of if you so wished. If you want to maybe cut down for space. Okay, we're on to option cards, and this is where maybe starts to seem a little bit weird. So, this is a purple deck, but I'm running red memory boosts. So, when it comes to the Digimon, every Digimon has red in it. And even if I had the new promo Galantmon, it's still part red. So every piece we are looking for is purple red, or it's got red in it. So as you've got the BT13 Gallant that's pure red, Medieval's green red, and then the promos as red yellow. So this searches every Digimon in the deck while being red. If it was purple memory boost, we have skip out on the Medieval, and we skip out on the secret rare Gallant, and if you were running it, you also skip out on the promo Gallant. Yes, it comes up at times where maybe you don't have a rookie and you're hatching a purple egg. So this is why maybe one of the validations to maybe swap to the EX2 Digimon over the promo. But I find myself, I'm not really trying to keep a hand if there's no rookie in it, so I'm going to mulligan that hand away. Try and find a rookie of some sort, and normally I find a rookie, so I can Digivolve on the back and then I can play this immediately. It's not really been that big of a problem for me. You could keep on purple if you so wish, but I've been liking the idea of playing red memory boost. Again, this is a card you can maybe cut down by 1, go down free of, especially with the next card. I'm running 2 trainings. I would love to be running 3 trainings. I'd love to be running 4 boosts, 3 trainings, but space is a thing. Again, 2 red trainings, as again, like I say, there's only a few option cards, so Analog Youth you're going to miss regardless, even if there's purple trainings. Everything you've seen in the deck so far, training's going to hit, other than Analog Youth. There's only a few select option cards coming up as I quickly scour through. A grand total of 5 cards, 3 separate option cards, 5 cards that this card misses. Which, in the long run, I don't think is too bad because there's so much trash and draw power in the deck that you're probably going to see them anyway. Now, you could run a mix. You could make your trainings purple. You could make your memory boost purple and have the other one red. I've seen that in lists many times before. Again, there's a card I would love to bump up to 3, but space is a problem. But because I've got a 2 is why I can maybe validate dropping my memory boost by 1. Next, I'm playing 2 red scrambles. Again, this will hit every Digimon in the deck, so whatever you're Digivolving into, Scramble will help with. This is definitely a deck I feel like you want to run 2 scrambles in, be it red or purple. So, because the Rush Geo is red-purple, so this will still hit that. And this Rush Geo is why I feel like this has to be at least a 2 of. Because if your board is completely empty, your opponent's got Digimon, and I've done it before, you can just go, right, I'm going to pop a scramble, I'm going to put whatever I need to the top of the deck, and I'm going to play out Rush Geo, on play, gain Rush. So that's now an extra body that's come out of nowhere thanks to Scramble. But again, this, in terms of what Scramble needs to be doing for Digivolving, and putting a card to the top of the deck that you may need, it's every Digimon in the deck. So I don't feel the need for purple. You can run purple if you want to be, like, if you're worried about your eggs and stuff. Again, though, you have the option of going to EX2 Digimons if you wish there. Keeping on the theme of red option cards, we're running 2 Gravity Crush. Again, another card I'd love to bump up to 3 if I could find the space. And honestly, with all the cards I'd want to bump up, it's probably why a lot of people have just cut Analog Youth and just been like, right, there's so many other good cards for the deck, and we're just going to cut out what they feel like they can. Because if you cut out Analog Youth, you do make a lot of space for a lot of all these ideas. But yeah, Bandai should have really hit this card. And now it's a purple deck that's going to get this red option card hit. As gain 2 memory, and at the end of turn, you'll lose 2 memory. Now, lose 2 memory at the end of turn means nothing if you're going to win that turn. And it is insane. It needs to be hit to 1, or maybe just gone. And it's the last, like, there is a few others left, but they've got very niche things that they were never going to get used. This is the last problem one left that they need to get rid of. It needs gone. And, well, Megidramon's going to abuse it, and it's going to show Bandai. This card needs gone, and it needs to go now. On to the purple option cards. We're running 3 of the Digimon I designed. So I originally didn't put a whole lot of backing into this card. I thought it was pretty meh. I didn't think it was great. And then I start, like, to the point where I was playing it as a 2 of, and I was playing it as a 1 of. Then I cut it completely. Then I revalued the deck and re-looked at the card and read the card properly for what it did. This card is nuts. So, draw 1, trash 1. Just when you play it. Insecurity, gain a memory, place in the battle area. And then the your turn delay effect. When an effect deletes a Digimon. So that's any Digimon. Your Digimon, your opponent's Digimon. Doesn't matter how, as long as the effect deletes it. You can then just trash this card to Digivolve into a Growl or Gallantmon in name or Megidramon in name from trash without paying the cost. This card is insane. It can open up different lines of plays if you get it out. It can help push the game in other ways. And like I say, it's drawing 1, trash 1 for the cost of 2. Just getting that extra draw going in, trashing and stuff. So it replaces itself as kind of... A very nice card for the deck. You could maybe, at a push, run this as a 2-of. Maybe, and it's something I've debated. Sometimes it may just end up in trash anyway. 3's been working very nice. Like I say, at a push, you can maybe run as a 2-of. Next, we have 1-off Calling. This is obviously an effect deletion, so it will trigger the Digimon design. Not only that, though, apart from the select few Gallantmons at the top end, everything's purple, so we can grab everything back. And it's just very nice to maybe, if we're missing a few pieces that have maybe been hitting security, or we've trashed, and it's like, right, need to grab those back real quick. Also, sometimes it can help trigger your own effects. Like, say, so when we said before about if you play out a Rush Guillemon, and you've got the memory, you go Growlmon, Growlmon X, swing, and if that Growlmon X survives, well, the Growlmon you've typically Digivolved into has got the inheritable gain of memory on deletion, so you go cost of 1 Calling, delete the line, grab 2 things back, inheritable, gain the memory back, so you've done this for 0. Growlmon X as effect now, play out the Rush Geo again, swing. So it can help force the plays you may be wanting to do. And the last card in the deck, 1-off Jack's Raid. We put a lot of cards in trash, gain a memory for every 10 cards in our trash, security effect of gain 2. Might run more of a Gravity Crush if this wasn't limited. I don't think we would, though. Gravity Crush is insane, because we get that memory instantly, we don't have to build trash. The only reason this would be better, in my opinion, than Gravity Crush is because it's actually got an effect in security of gain 2 memory. So which is why you'd maybe see it played over Gravity Crush. I think that's what it'd come down to at the end of the day if people valued the security effect more. But that is my deck profile on Megidramon. Like I say, there's a few changes, as I mentioned throughout the video, that I want to change. There is cards, obviously I don't own the promo Gallant, but we're running Medieval instead. But overall, I was suggested this deck by Adam. As like, I was talking about how I really want a purple deck, and I had Ravemon, but Ravemon doesn't really act like a purple deck, and it's not great, honestly. And I was like, I need to get a new purple deck, and I just don't know what I want. And he was just like, why don't you grab Megidramon? Because no one that was going in on the case wanted it, and it's like, cool, if everyone's okay with that, sure. So I got Megidramon, and I was skeptical at first, and I played it for a little bit, and I quickly fell in love. I loved the idea of the deck, I loved what it was doing, and I finally have a purple deck that I'm happy with. So thank you, Adam, for that recommendation. Hope you've all enjoyed the deck profile. I'll catch you on the next video. Until then, adios.